Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox, and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso@thewatchbox.com. It's in the description below. Your purchase and pricing email question line for buying this or any watch you see on any Watchbox platform. Reach out to me directly. Email me at tmosso@thewatchbox.com. Today, we're discussing a spectacular innovation launched in 1999 by Ulysse Nardin. This is the UN GMT Plus Minus Perpetual. The brainchild of watchmaker Ludwig Axelin is one of the world's easiest perpetual calendar systems to learn and use. It's also a wonderful travel watch, and at 38.5 millimeters in white gold, this first generation model is supremely wearable on a wrist of any size. So it is 38.5 millimeters in diameter, 12.8 millimeters thick from lug tip to lug tip, 45 millimeters with a 20 millimeter spacing between the lugs, and this is a wonderful watch to wear on a small wrist. It's absolutely a unisex option. I can recommend it for a wrist as small as 13.5 centimeters circumference. And with all the features it has to offer, it's really like owning 2 or even 3 watches in one. Being as low as it is on the wrist with a domed bezel, it'll also fit underneath a tight dress cuff or sleeve. Taking a look at the hardware and the software, the strap is a large rectangular scale alligator leather. It is a semi-gloss finish with a monotone stitch. You can see the strap includes a sheer cut side showing the layers of leather. Quite a bit of bolstering internally to give volume and body to the strap. And then on the underside, you can see it's conventional calfskin, and it is a UN factory strap in outstanding condition with a matching white gold pin buckle featuring the logo of the company and the signature anchor. The case is a lovely piece. Beautifully handmade. You can see it's a welded lug design where the lug is inserted into a slot in the case. The two pieces are then welded to meld them together, with all evidence of the weld removed by hand to create these sharp breaks between lug profile and case profile. So we've started with the case, and we've already seen quite a good deal of handcraft. Everything's of high polish. The lugs are rather spare with a fluted shoulder, and then we have a little bit of a step and a domed bezel rolling around to the crown side. You can see there's a little lacquered insert with the UN logo and anchor, and then we have the plus and minus pushers for the travel time function. So what you do is you set the 24-hour time first, so you can see how everything sets in sync like so. And then once I have set my 24-hour hand, then I use my plus minus pushers to set my local time. And you can see how I'm able to drive the calendar forward and backwards. And this is a perpetual calendar. Axelin designed the plus-minus system in 1994. He designed the bidirectional Ludwig Axelin perpetual calendar system in 1996, and then for 1999 he united the two of them in this model, the GMT plus-minus perpetual. You can see that the watch includes a number of upscale features on its dial, including diamond faceted applique indices. In addition to the applique indices, we have an applique anchor. We have 2 time zones. One is blazon on a ray outboard of the dial, and that's traced by a 24-hour hand. That's your second independent time zone. You have a concentric guilloche pattern on the sub-seconds. Small faceted apertures for a big date, the day, the month, the date. Let me show you the date. It is bidirectional. Let me find the detent right there. It is a bidirectional date that you can turn in either direction, and then we have the year and the decade as well. So you can see as I am turning through the date change, the month is changing as I do so. This is a truly bidirectional perpetual calendar, meaning in the year 2100, when all other perpetual calendars have to go back to the manufacturers for adjustments, this one will have no such needs. And again, it does even have the year and the decade. You can see the dial includes a lovely satination. It's subtle, but there's a silver satination that runs top to bottom, and the watch is a fine travel companion with the second time zone, the perpetual calendar, and abundant loom, including for the second time zone, leaf hands blued at center for the hours and minutes. Flip it all over, we have UN caliber 32. Distantly based on the Lamagna automatic, you can see it features a satinated, beveled, and then burnished white gold rotor with a lacquered insert featuring the UN anchor. We have fired blued screws. We have circular Cote de Genève across the bridges. You can actually see through a skeletonization in the bridge the Paul-based bidirectional magic lever automatic winding system, and it beats away at 28,800 vibrations per hour with a 45 to 48 hour power reserve, and it pivots on 34 joules, all of this water resistant down to 30 meters. It is a technically ambitious device, beautifully executed on front and back, and again, supremely friendly as one of the only perpetual calendar systems that can be set bidirectionally. It will also lock out your attempts to set it if you attempt to do so during the danger zone in the middle of the night when the calendar is changing on its own. So Oxlin truly thought of everything. Reach out to Team Mosso at thewatchbox.com for purchase and pricing details.